Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Through this video, you can quickly note down as well as understand the question and answers of Class 8th History Lesson 1, How, When and Where. And the name of the book is Our Pasts 3 and this is an NCERT book. So let's begin with important points first. You must remember that this point number 2 on Warren Hastings, that he became the first Governor General of India, and Lord Mountbatten, he was the last Viceroy of India. And this fourth point, in 1817, James Mill, a Scottish economist and political philosopher, published a history of British India. These points are important. And this, what is calligraphy? It is the art of beautiful and stylized handwriting. This is also important. So I'm moving ahead on question and answers. So the first question is, what is the problem with the periodization of Indian history that James Mill offers? So James Mill divided Indian history into three periods: Hindu, Muslim and British. But this classification of history was not accepted because of the following reasons. History cannot be divided on the basis of one religion because variety of religions exist at any point of time. Even today there are so many religions that are existing. So how can we call one period as Hindu and another one as Muslim and British? Then all rulers in ancient India did not share the same religion. So not all rulers were from the same religion. So there were times when Hindu rulers and Muslim rulers existed side by side. When British came, then also Hindu and Muslim rulers were there. And then according to him, British rule represented in India progress and civilization. So for him, one period was called British because that period symbolized progress. But this idea cannot be accepted today. So that is why this periodization of history is not acceptable. Then question 2, why did the British preserve official documents? They preserved important documents to maintain a permanent record of official documents and so that every decision could be properly studied and debated. If you have the record, then only you can study something. And record keeping is also very essential for future. Then third question, how will the information historians get from the old newspapers be different from that found in police reports? So the information found in police reports were different from newspapers because the information in police reports were biased. They were not trustworthy because police was acting as an agent of colonial government. Police did whatever colonial rulers asked them to do. They even provided wrong facts. They used to hide the truth. But newspapers gave a totally different picture. The next question, what does history tell us other than dates? So history is not just about dates. History also tells us how people earned their livelihood, how what people produced and ate, how cities came up, how markets came up, how kingdoms were formed, how new ideas spread, how culture and society changed, even about technology that existed at that point of time. The next question, how do we divide history into different periods? So why do we divide history into different periods? So we divide history into different periods to understand certain central features of a time, to demarcate the difference between periods, and to see the significance of change from one period to the next. So basically what changes have occurred from one time period to another, divide history to find out that. The next question, how did historians divide Indian history? List the problems associated with this classification. So earlier classification, which was given by James Mill, Hindu, Muslim and British, that was not accepted. So Indian historians have divided Indian history into ancient, medieval and modern. But this also has some problems. So problems are here. Medieval history. This term describes a society when features of modern society like science, reason, democracy did not exist. But that was not so. Medieval period also had their own science, their own democracy, liberty, equality. These questions were also there. And under British rule, it was believed that it is a modern period, but the modern features like equality, freedom did not exist, and not wholly economic growth and progress took place during British time period as well. So this also has this classification also has its problems, but by far it is the accepted one. Then question 7, why were surveys important for British? So this was important for administration. Many surveys were done like census survey. It is still done. Then revenue surveys, botanical surveys, zoological surveys, archaeological surveys, etc. Many surveys were done other than these also. Then a very important question, question number 8, what sources did historians use in writing about last 250 years of Indian history? So sources from where historians got the information of history is diaries of people, accounts of pilgrims and travelers. When pilgrims used to travel to India or within India they used to travel, they used to maintain accounts of their journey. So some diaries, some such diaries or accounts were found here and there, and from that people got information. Then autobiographies of important personalities were also there. They also exist today. Popular booklets that were sold in local bazaars, newspapers, old official records. So these are the sources from where historians got the information. So this eighth question is very important. Sixth one is important. And first one is also very important. Okay, so that is it. On other lessons also, notes are available, and there's a video on the entire map work of history as well. So all this is available on my channel. You can check it over there. Thank you so much.